Good evening, Sky Divas. How is everyone doing today? I just wanted to drop in a short video to say hello and to say I'm so happy to be back in the air. I have missed it so much. Oh my God, a lot has happened in the last year and a half since I've posted and since I've been flying. Um, yeah, so in the last year, I stopped flying. I took care of my mother who got diagnosed with stage 4 esophageal cancer. I took care of her and I took care of her patients that she took care of. She ran a hospice care facility. And so I took care of her and I took care of them until I couldn't do it any longer. And then we moved her in with my sister and I helped my sister until she passed away in October of last year. My daughter started her senior year of high school, so my mother was the primary caregiver for my daughter while I flew. So I was able to spend my daughter's senior year with her. Had to take her to school every day, pick her up, and all her extracurricular activities. I got married in September of last year. My mother passed away in October. I still haven't been able to have a honeymoon because I had so much going on between the death of my mother, between me getting married, and then I had to take a job working from home, which I absolutely hated. When I tell you I was the worst at home customer service rep that was ever allowed to work. I'm pretty sure they're using some of my phone calls and training saying as what not to do. And it's primarily because one, I hated it. You know, working in person and one-on-one and interacting with people is totally different from being on the phone. For 3 months, I worked at another airline doing customer service. I had to quit because my blood pressure went up high. It was stressful. It was a fairly new company, so there was a lot of like mishaps and things were just not being ran properly, and it was just stressing me out. So I left there. Then I went and worked from home at a medical company, which was a great company, great business model. I just hated my job, so I wasn't that good at it. End up interviewing for my now forever airline while I was with that company, and got my CJO the same day of my interview, and was just waiting on a training date, and just so happened that training date came just in enough time. I got my interview was in March. I got my official offer in April with a training date in May. My daughter graduated high school May 25th, and I started training on June 26th, I believe. And then I finished July 21st, and I have been going nonstop ever since. And when I tell you, I have missed flying so much. Typically after training, they assign you one trip that you're scheduled. You have 5 days off and then you're scheduled to work. I picked up a trip right off the bat. I was like, I'm not waiting. I'm ready to go. So I've been working pretty much nonstop since then. And today I'm on my 2 days. So I had to report to Denver because I'm Denver based. And I had a 3-day that started yesterday, a reserve. They didn't use me yesterday. I said all day yesterday. They didn't call me. I went from 44 to 19 to 9 to number 3 on the list. I never got called. About midnight, a little after midnight last night, they called me to notify me about a 2-day that started this morning. So I reported at the airport this morning at 6:20, and I am now in Sacramento, where I've been since about noon. Tomorrow is a 4-leg day, and then if everything goes smoothly and we land back in Denver in time, I can try to commute back home to Houston because we want to take my daughter to a going away dinner slash 18th birthday dinner for college, because she leaves on the 9th and I'm scheduled off on the 9th, 10th, and 11th. So I'm excited, and I missed being in the air so much. Training was a wonderful experience for me. I met some amazing people, some amazing instructors. They were so wonderful. They were so helpful. But let me tell you, they don't play. I mean, I had my stressful moments, especially with my PAs. I had a month to learn them, and I thought I knew them, and then I have test anxiety. So for me, getting up in front of people, having to say it, and I know it, it just did something, and just my mind, I just went blank for a minute, and I did have to do a retake on one of them. And it wasn't because I missed so much, it was just like a line, not even a line, a few words. And my instructor was like, I know you know it, but I'm just going to have you redo it, just, so I can be sure. And so that kind of gave me anxiety, but I wasn't worried because I knew it. It was just that test anxiety. It just got to me. Anytime I have to take a test, I'm like, I'm breaking out in hives because I'm like, ugh, I just hate testing. But overall, my experience was wonderful. I mean, I made some lifelong friends, and I know that I am somewhere that I am going to be. I know that I said that at my previous airline that I wasn't going anywhere, that they were going to have to just like pull me off of the tarmac to get me from them, because I had so many plans and so many goals with that company that I was, I desired to be there. But a lot of things had changed within the company, and the morale had went down, and I really wanted to be in a position to where when I retire, I was financially set. And so I had to make a tough decision. And so, yeah, that's where I'm at now. And I feel very confident and happy where I'm at now. And unless something major happens, this is where I'll be. But overall, I'm so glad to be back, and I advise anyone who is looking to get into this industry, because people send me messages still all the time, and I ask them, why do you want to do this? What is your why? And you have to know your why, because sometimes people get in it for the wrong reasons. They really don't understand how much it takes, and that you're going to be away from family. You're going to miss important things that you're not going to be able to be home for. The pay the first few years is not that good. It's a lot of adjusting, and a lot of people quit their first year because they cannot seem to adjust to the schedule, the money, the hours, being away from home, being away from their loved ones, being away from their husbands, being away from their boyfriends, their kids. It's really hard, and it takes a toll on your body, mentally, physically, emotionally. So you have to really think about, what is the reason why you want to do this before you get into it, because when you do, it could be a very great career choice for you. You have to make sure that you're making the right choice for you. So for me, I know this is where I'm supposed to be, and I know that this is going to be the choice that I made, that I'm going to live with. My husband is okay with it. My kids are okay with it. They support me. So that's all that matters. So that is what I've been up to for the last year and a half, and I look forward to chatting with you guys. And this year, well, maybe not this year, but this go around, I'm going to do a lot more traveling, because with my last airline, I rarely use my benefits to go anywhere. But this time I'm going to get out, and I'm going to explore, and I'm going to do something different this time around. So anyway, guys, take care, and thank you for having me back. I can't wait to share more experiences with you. Bye.